So I ended up getting bored and decided what would happen if I ended up turning Skyrim into Pokemon. And it kind of turned out pretty crazy. But of course, before we get into that, I have to start off at level 1 with my fan favorite Pokemon that I decided to name Larry. And though Larry may look weak, he has deadly eyes and will kill anything that he looks at. By the end of this video, I will go from a level 1 to a maximum level 100 with tons of creatures that will pretty much demolish everything in front of me. So let's start at level 1, because what else would I pick at this point, honestly, for turning Skyrim into Pokemon? I can't think of it. I could have used Brock. After creating my character, the first goal of course was finding a Pokeball, otherwise I would have to unarmed everything, so I would first have to explore, because all of them are hand placed if I wanted to even start using this mod in the first place, unless I wanted to unarmed attack everything. We're just gonna take all of that, because to start this quest we have to go to Hadvar's place. And he gives good stats. Because either way, even if I do use Pokemon to fight mainly, I still... Wait a minute. Because we can't catch any Pokemons right now. Actually, just to make it harder on myself, we're not going to use any weapons. I feel like not using weapons will make it a lot harder. So yeah, we're gonna drop all of this. We're not using any weapons, and if I need to catch a Pokemon with my fist, I just have to use my fist. Of course, on my way, I decided to go through a bit of things with Riverwood, attacking and killing a bunch of wolves, which I would regret later on in this video because those would have been greatly appreciated. But of course, before going to Farengar's room, which I meant, I first had to impress Ayla because she is my furry companion that I greatly appreciate, and I believe that she loves my character as well. I mean, just look at the way that she talks to my character and the way she turns to the side. Even her eyes turned into hard eyes, so it is meant to be. But before that, we have to be like a main character in an anime and pretend we don't know what women are and go and complete the main mission. And that was achieving our first Pokemon. Is that one of them? No, should he even have one of these? Oh, it is one of them. It just looks like, okay. Wait a minute. Stop moving. Oh, hey, you're left.
Well, that explains why the guards let you in.
What's great is that these don't count as stealing. I can't pick it up though, weirdly enough. My main goal was to like capture a bear and then a saber tooth and then just make it maul everyone, because I don't know if when I use one of them to kill something, it's going to count as killing someone else, but we're going to try one of them right now. Oh, it even shows up on the back of your character. Cool. Okay. So how do I do this? So it's just like casting a spell and I just throw it? Why did it appear right there? Can I pick this back up? Because I kind of need that. Why is it stealing? Why is it kind of stealing now? While in the middle of testing my Pokeballs, I ran into an issue. They actually were stolen. They just didn't show up because no one was looking at me. So I ended up running, but I also ended up being killed. Even though I thought I could dodge them, their aim was aimbot. And then again, my controls got stuck again, and then I got killed again. So I had to load an earlier save and then repeat all the process. But of course, in that way, I was able to get a third Pokeball because the other one ended up disappearing behind the table. And then I got a bounty again for picking it up in front of a guard. And he did it over 1 gold, honestly. But of course, we continued our journey. And that journey was to find our first enemy to fight with our Pokemon. Okay, so thing with this mod is that to use this now that once you summon something, it becomes an empty spear, which means that you can now throw it back at the chicken to ready to go again. So you're supposed to be able to throw it at... Okay. And with that, I was running into a bit of trouble even just summoning my Pokemon and then putting it back into the Pokeball. Either I was missing or they did not want to go back in their Pokeball. I can switch between them. I can summon the fox, but I have to hit a static or I have to throw it at something and then it summons it. But the thing is, I have to pick it right back up. And throwing it at it makes it automatically start attacking the horse, but it's just that the horse is a lot faster than a fox, so. And even though the fox is converted to a Pokemon, they still keep their vanilla stats, and that meant that the fox was never going to catch up to the horse, but it did not give up chasing it. And based on in-game time in the past, it chased it for a few hours before finding a few bandits to attack, and it only stopped after killing one. It's probably... Oh, that's why he's not attacking. Well, we'll figure it out later. But for now, we need to go catch a stronger Pokemon. Okay, so I ended up fast traveling to Dawnstar with what little gold I had, but what I did notice is that there's a goat here. I wonder if I can catch this goat. And just because these are very hard to get and I have no idea how to get more without playing the actual game, we're just going to try that. It worked. I think it worked. Is this like the stage where it spins so I know if I get it or not? Well, to be honest, when you're looking at it on the ground, it doesn't actually tell you if you have it, but I definitely have it. Nice. Now I have a goat. Now we need to find a wolf because I still want a wolf. I just don't know where they're at. There's an elk over there. I don't see any wolves though. Wait, there's an enemy attack. That's a skeever. I don't want a skeever. And with the first Pokemon being caught, besides the first starter 3, I was on my way to starting playing Pokemon. But of course I still wanted to find the Ice Wolf, which should have spawned here, but my goat was being useless and not attacking. And I think I lost my Sky Spear also. This is not a great start. I'm not going to lie, this is not a great start. So with me off to a terrible start and finding out that the goat was terrible and me wasting a Pokeball on it, I still wasn't going to give up finding the Ice Wolf. So I ran around checking every single corner that I could, just outside of Dawnstar because that is their general spawn place. And also only being able to use Larry and also the goat that was useless, I was starting to give up on finding the Ice Wolf, but just when I was starting to give up, I actually found something. I wonder if I can get my goat to attack him so I don't have to waste the Sky Spear. Why are you running like that? Okay, he's dead. Are you gonna attack? Yes, attack him, Billy. And he killed him. After spending an hour looking for wolves and Larry never attacking anything that attacked me, he finally decided to attack and kill the one thing I needed. So it was a complete mission failure, honestly. So just out of complete boredom, I decided why not go and attack a giant and a mammoth while they're currently busy fighting bandits, but I didn't realize that they would one-shot the bandits and then start chasing me next. So I decided to run away, and on my way running away, I found more wolves. Now the hard part was catching it. What's this health? Okay, that should be enough. I should be able to capture it now, provided I don't miss. I missed. Not only did I miss, I tried to fight back right after or else I was going to die, but I was not fast enough. So I want to reiterate, this is not a great start. So after pretty much being back to square one after dying to a bunch of things that weren't even always animals, I had to change up my plan completely. Who was the one that decided to add the detail of giving a chicken an anus? But now that I have my companions, I know the perfect idea. But to complete that plan, I would have to go back to square one where we first started. If I do say so myself, it was a pretty ingenious plan. Hogan is destroyed now. All we have to do is go out here. I believe this is where the exit of the cave is. I don't know. But hopefully they follow me in and I can use them to fight because I kind of want to limit my unarmed. I kind of want to just have them fight. So my new plan instead of finding a wolf was to skip straight to fighting a bear, but first I had to get the Pokemon to appear where I was because after fast traveling they didn't reappear, so I had to keep going in and out of the cave. But then after having them finally show up to help fight the bear, I realized that after using the alternate start, the bear wasn't actually there, and that meant I wasted even more of my time. And I had to come up with a new backup plan for the backup plan for the other backup plan because this was not a great start. But of course I already had a backup plan ready, me being 200 IQ. I decided to attack the bear outside of Iverstead. The only caveat is that I did not think of a plan to kill it. I just charged straight at it and threw my Pokemon at it. And of course hope for the best, can't forget that. And it turned out exactly as you're thinking because my character was still level and I died. Okay, we're gonna try that one more time. But this time I wasn't gonna die the same way. Not that I had gotten smarter, but I decided to cheese it. And I figured the most efficient way would be to guide it to the town and have it attack civilians while I stand in the background ready to throw my Pokeball. Yes, come attack. Kill it. Wait, what happens if I throw one at it right now? It didn't work, okay. Wait, let's try one more time. Maybe I missed. It didn't work, okay. Get it go from there. It worked. Now I have a bear, okay. And with that, we were finally making progress towards becoming overpowered, and I also figured out how to put the Pokemon back in the Pokeball. They were fighting to not go in before, but I just said, let it happen. Cave bear, so it's not real. I don't think cave bears are the strongest. Ice bears are, so maybe I'll upgrade to ice bear eventually, but for now, we're okay with just the bear. And not many people know it, or maybe you do, but just below that bear, there happens to be another troll that I could use this bear to fight. And then if I capture this troll, I could use it to fight even stronger enemies. Keep going, bear. Keep going. Keep going, bear. Bear, keep going. Did he knock the bear? Is that the bear's knock state? Why did he stop attacking? So of course the bears didn't actually have a down state, so there was no way for me to tell that it was actually down. So I decided to recapture it and then throw it back out, and then it spawns back with full health. It's kind of cheating. Barehanded. Oh wait, that should be enough actually. Hold on. Yep, I have a troll now. That really sets me forward because now that I have a troll and a bear, I could take those two and go and fight this ice troll, which was the next part of the plan. Capture that ice troll because I believe ice trolls are stronger than regular trolls, so we're gonna go with that one. Wait, did I put my bear up? I think I did. And I don't think the ice troll is gonna be able to beat a bear and ice troll, but ice troll is much stronger than a regular troll, so who knows? We'll see. You missed. Oh, he killed them. You didn't miss. Good for you. Now you go back in the Pokeball. I wonder if it's like, no, don't fall, don't fall. Where did it go? Where did it just go? After spending 20 minutes looking for the Pokeball because I refused to reload a save, I ended up finding that it was already in my inventory, and then we just had to run straight up to High Hrothgar and stop right at the Ice Troll. I wonder who put so many details on the Ice Troll's butt, but that's probably not appropriate for YouTube. So we got to the point of combat, and even though I now had a troll and also a cave bear, one of the weaker variants, this Ice Troll still overpowered them. I have another mammoth there, so it should be pretty easy to grab. That's the troll. And now I need to grab bear as well. I wonder, what happens if oh, it works, okay. Yeah, they're not really doing much damage to it at all, so we're also gonna help out. That should stall its healing enough for them to attack it. Oh wait, don't kill it. Please don't kill it. Wait, I missed. No. There we go. And now we have an ice troll. And after capturing the ice troll, things really started to speed up from here. Apparently you're also supposed to be able to level up your Pokemon, but I don't think they've leveled up yet because I don't really allow them to kill anything. I'm just grabbing a lot of them and then attacking. And of course, my idea of having two trolls and a cave bear, I figured that it would finally be time for me to fight a giant and a mammoth, but preferably the giant first, considering mammoths actually have a lot more health. But it was definitely not that simple as I was thinking originally. And I died. I forgot they instantly do that. Well, attempt number 2. So after that, I decided not to charge in first and instead send in my Pokemon, or at least my Ice Troll and my Cave Bear. But also had a second Cave Bear due to a small glitch, but we're gonna skip over that part and pretend that I played this completely fair. And I'll be honest, I really didn't have high hopes for my Pokemon, but they surprised me. And as you can see, it worked. I just need them to lower it just a little bit more. And I have a giant now. Wait a minute, where did he go? Oh, wait a minute, maybe one of these already? Oh, they're going for the other one. Okay, so that giant is much more effective than the other. Oh my god. And that worked. And with me now feeling overpowered because I had 2 giants, there was no way I was going to struggle with fighting 2 more giants with the current 2 giants that I had, on top of the ice trolls and the bears. I was definitely feeling super confident, and honestly with that confidence I was starting to enjoy this mod a lot, even though it is fairly new with fairly new bugs. And the way that it's looking, I don't think I'm taking damage because... Yep, there goes another giant, I think. I ended up mistaking one of the giants to be my Pokemon, and they were definitely not my Pokemon, and I was definitely a glass cannon. But as you can see, I forgot to save after capturing the initial 2 giants, so I had to run back and then repeat everything. But I kind of knew what I was doing this time, so it wasn't really that hard, but it was very tedious. Oh, that worked. Okay. Where did it go? Run. Oh, there's my other giant. They're attacking each other now. Yeah, that's not my giant. What? Stop. Oh, he killed it. But maybe it worked. Maybe it captured it, but it didn't really capture it like it was supposed to. And then after the giants, it was on to the mammoths, who for some reason decided not to help their owners, which they usually do. As soon as you aggro in combat for a giant, they jump right in, but this time, they kept their distance. Alright, there we go. That's another mammoth. Wherever that one just went. Okay, now we need to get ready for this one. One more hit. That will be the final goal. I just have to do the main quest to summon a dragon first. And with that, I had finally completed most of the goal, and that was becoming very overpowered with non-stop Pokemon. I had multiple cave bears, multiple ice trolls, 5 giants if I'm not counting the extra ones that I got because of a bug, but I only used 5 of them. I dropped the rest to not make myself broken. And then on top of those, I even had mammoths for shields if I needed to run away. I figured the fastest way to make a dragon spawn would be to head up here. And here we go. The first dragon. Now I will admit though, I don't have any health. So I could be a very glass cannon, so we're gonna save. Okay. Okay, I would need you to stop attacking me and attack the giants. Another one fell into the ground. But even when I felt like I planned everything meticulously, and that was by just charging in and hoping for the best, I ran into problems. Just look at that damage. And stuck up on top of a ledge. I need you to land, sir. Sir? Sir, can you land? Can you stop bullying my giants? Yeah, he's gonna kill him. Alright, that worked. But the thing is, I have no idea how to get it back down here. But the good part is... Hold on. What did I just pick up? So this should be his... Oh my god, they're killing it. It's not throwing. It's not working. No! And as I figured out, Pokeballs did not work on this dragon, at least not this one. So I was on to attempt number 2, and that took finding another dragon because I did not feel like reloading a save. Don't spawn on top of it. He spawned up there. Oh my god. He's gonna be stuck, and now one of them is missing. You cannot, do not throw your Pokemon on the ground. They will disappear. It would be great if I had to shout to make sure that they stayed on the ground, but I do not. So I just have to hope that eventually they start doing enough damage to him. I'm not sure I can capture a dragon, like I'm really trying to, but it's not working. No matter how many times I throw it at it, it's not even making a thing appear where you can throw it. And honestly, at this point, I was starting to give up hope that I will even be able to kill a dragon. I was just planning on ending the video here because, I mean, I'm pretty overpowered fighting a dragon at level 1. But then I didn't want to fully give up until I at least had one of these, because I saw on the mod page that you could in fact capture a dragon. But after failing, after throwing so many Pokeballs at it and wasting many of the ones that I had gathered, I decided to try an even stronger dragon, so I went from the legendary to the revered dragon. And even then, that definitely wasn't simple, because with the revered dragon being around 30 to maybe level 50, I had to first run around throwing around Pokeballs and hope that it doesn't one-shot me, but also the fact that my Pokemon definitely could not kill him fast enough or lower his health fast enough before he started applying spells that made him very overpowered. Do the usual, we're gonna throw him back in here. Oh wait, no, this giant been dead. That's the old. Yeah, we're doing a fair amount of damage. This just might take a little while. He was gonna do the little float in the air thing. Yeah, we're doing a fair amount of damage. It's just very slowly. We'll get there eventually. I, in fact, did not get there. I ended up dying because I ran in front of my troll and got blasted by fire. So I had to start over from step 1. I just need them to actually go do it now. And they're attacking it now. I just have to hope that he doesn't aggro onto me and decide to just kill me. Okay, throw him back out. Just don't aggro onto me, please. They're getting pretty close. I wonder, maybe it'll work now. It's not working. I don't know. It's not letting me capture a dragon. Oh wait, it worked. I have a dragon. We have a dragon now. So after I spent a bunch of time dying, building up, and only starting with the chicken and the goat that I ended up having to steal because I was only supposed to have one, we ended up pretty overpowered with the revered dragon. It only took me about 5 hours, and most of that was spent having to redo everything because I kept dying and forgetting to save. But honestly, I would say this was a mission success.